That's how I like to do
Okay,
most
just
of my
bear with us.
meetings. For anyone
Yeah.
just joining, my name's Julia. I'm the editor of Parents Magazine, and I'm here with our, there we go, there you guys are. I'm here with our October cover stars, Max Greenfield and Tess Sanchez. They're on our October cover with their adorable kids, Lily and Ozzy. Um, so I guess first things first, it's back to school season. Are your kids back in school? And what is the level of crazy at your house?
Tomorrow is first day of school. Level of crazy is always high, but I don't know. Does it seem any different?
No.
No, I don't know.
I mean, we should probably reconnect tomorrow at 4.
Uh-huh.
And, it'll be after the first day and we'll understand, the implications of like actually being back in the classroom.
Yeah, and your
Which
kids
we're
went
so
back. Did they go back full time in the spring or hybrid or?
I honestly don't remember. I've lost all. I'm doing my best today. They're not in school today. I know. At least I don't think.
I actually can answer that question because I remember. They went back full time for 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but they had to stay in like cohort pods. So, it wasn't ideal, but it was something.
It was something.
Nothing.
So,
Nothing.
and now they're going back full force. How are you feeling about it? Is it mostly excitement, nerves?
I think it's day by day.
I'm so excited.
It'll be full force day one
Right.
until something new happens, and then
Right.
So we're excited for tomorrow, and then we'll see, and then maybe another day after that. But yeah, it'll be great to get them back into class.
I feel the same way about my kids. One of my kids goes back tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
How old are your kids?
One is in 2nd grade, and then the other one is starting pre-K.
Right.
So the pre-K has a whole phase in, so that's not happening. He won't really be in school till October.
Cool.
So hopefully school will be open by then.
Congratulations. That sounds great.
Yeah. So you guys were, Max, I was watching you during the pandemic doing Zoom school with your daughter. You just posted a lot of funny videos. It seemed like you found the humor in the situation, even as for many parents, it was a rough time. I'm sure it was hard in your family. How do you guys do it though? You say your family motto is, be kind and have fun. How do you seem to find the fun, even it's been a rough 18 months, I would say, for parents everywhere?
Well, we certainly showcased the fun. It would have been a real bummer to put the unfun things on the ground. And there was, we had our fair share of those moments as well. We didn't think to pull the camera out and film them.
Right.
But yeah, I think, we all in this house have a really good sense of humor, and
yeah, we in like our darkest moments, I feel like there was nothing else to do but sort of like throw our hands up and laugh. And, I think like we all as a unit, we all had those darkest moments at different times. So there were people this one would have a bad day, and then this one, and we would just rally around each other and try to find, how we could make, turn it into lemonade, turn the lemons into lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Thank you. He likes it.
What was there a silver lining for you of the Zoom school situation, of all those months cooped up? No.
No, I mean,
That's tough.
Did you write your book during the pandemic, or was that before?
Time away from it, maybe, and then we'll find some perspective, silver lining. Yeah, I mean, look, there was definitely moments where I think all of us, it's like with anything, though. I mean, there was moments where we got to spend time together in a way that we would have never spent time together.
I got to know my kids really well.
Yeah, did I want them to feel like my roommates or like dorm mates at times? Like, no, I did not like
we
that.
were in the service industry. we were just serving them, and
Yes.
it was different.
But yes, to go back to what I did write the book during that time.
Okay.
And that was a really unique and exciting experience. It sort of came out of re-experiencing schoolwork and engaging on a whole nother level with Lily and her schoolwork. And the opportunity came about, and I was asked if I had any ideas for a children's book, and I wouldn't press any of the buttons. You could read.
I know, but
I know. I'm always afraid because there's all these questions.
Nope. Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
I told you you press the button.
Okay.
But yeah, I was asked about if I had any ideas, and I thought, well, my kids hate to read. Every time I try to get them to read before bed, you go through every single book in the room, and it's like, what about this one? And then there's a million reasons why they don't want to read. And I thought, why not just write a book expressing all the different reasons why they don't want to read? And by the end of that book, will have read a book instead of going through the same, half hour of negotiations every night. And then I started to write the book, and I was like, this is really emotional. This is how I felt when I was younger, and reading was challenging and hard for me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be more excited about it. It was a really wonderful experience, and as I was writing it, I would go to Lily and ask her, does this make sense? Does this feel right? And she's like, yeah. And then I'd ask some of her friends.
He did not ask me.
Well, you're a really good reader.
I know. I would have loved to.
You're smarter than
I would have liked to have weighed in, but I just got, my first copy and I read it cover to cover.
But sometimes it's better.
Also, at the
like
time,
that.
you were like in wall-to-wall Zoom meetings, and you were at work, and we were not.
Well, it's not.
So yeah.
I was doing Aussie preschool from time to time.
No, he was not. This was the first round.
Oh, okay, got it.
This was when lockdown first started. Ozzy was our son, who was in pre-K, I think, where your son's around. Or is it your?
My son, 2 boys. Yeah.
Yeah. He was just sort of left on his own at that point. But Lily was. They put together some sort of version of school at that point in the very, very beginning of everything. And that's when we were doing that. Anyway, that was a long answer for it.
So you were in charge. I know you in your feature with us, you talked about when Lily was born, you were like the primary stay-at-home parent. Was this pandemic like a return to that role? Had you stepped into that? Do you guys kind of switch on and off primary parent? Or, I mean, you seem good at sharing the load. You seem to have a good sense of humor about it and to really know your strengths. But was it obvious that was going to be you?
Weaknesses.
Right, your weaknesses too. Yeah, my husband and I recently just realized, I was like, you are not good in the mornings and I am not good at bedtime, and like we should just embrace that.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's such a good plan.
Yeah.
You're good at both morning and bedtime.
It's the middle of the day. I really fall apart. From like 2 to 4.
That's my action time. That's when I'm
Really?
getting stuff done.
No, I think like we complement each other really well. We know what our strengths and weaknesses are, and I think when we are communicating well, we really tap in and tap out in a nice way. I think I struggle the most with like, I can do this, and Tess will be like, you are driving everyone crazy. Just ask for help, and I'll go, no, I got it. But this is gonna be challenging for me. I think we should all do this together.
You're not good at sharing responsibilities.
Well,
Yeah.
From 2 to 4, my brain goes dead. Can't ask for help.
That'll work out for you once they're back in school. You'll be good. You can take your nap. did screen time go up at your house? We did a survey at parents, and it was over 90% of parents are more concerned about screen time now than they were pre-pandemic. And you guys are such, you're TV people. You've both worked on such amazing shows. And so I was just curious about how TV works at your house, if there are limits, and also would love to know what you guys watch together as a family.
Well, I will say that we are so worried about screen time right now. It's on my mind a lot. What I am okay with is them watching a scripted television show where there's dialogue and relationships, and so there's something to learn. What I don't like are video games or YouTube. I mean, we love YouTube, but like when they're watching it for 2 hours, it's just bad.
Yeah.
So I would say that it definitely increased.
It goes in phases, like.
What do we watch together?
Oh God. Well, I fall asleep during everything.
No, I'm saying we're watching the kids. We watch
The Neighborhood with the kids, and that's one of the reasons why I like the show so much. Is that
that's so great.
That's a few things that I've ever been on that.
It's so family friendly.
Do they watch New Girl? I mean, that seems.
No. We've tried.
No?
We've tried, and then realized, this is wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
One too many makeout scenes in that.
Amongst other things, like you
things that they don't understand.
I forgot about all of it, and we got half an episode in, and I was like, "Are you at what? When did we make this?" But
we watched the Doghouse.
We watched the Doghouse. We liked a lot, but then there's such an age difference between Lily and Ozzy that it's really hard for them to connect on anything. They got excited. They watched Boss Baby 2. They liked that. I don't think that was totally fulfilling for Tess and I.
It's a very narrow target for all four of us to be able to watch something and truly enjoy it.
Yeah, that's why the screen. That's when the screens get scary, because then Lily wants to watch her thing, Ozzy wants to watch his thing. We don't want to watch either thing.
Right.
He wants to watch football.
Right, and then you've got four screens going.
I've earned my screens.
When
I get to my screens,
you get screen time too.
Well, I've earned my screens. I'm old enough to watch my screens at a responsible level.
Okay.
It does feel a little bit like Halloween candy right now, where you take the approach of, just because it's like at the end of summer, you're about to start school, we've run out of just ways to entertain you and camps that we can have you do. It's like,
so
watch it all now.
Well, this also
tomorrow it
like,
ends.
I mean,
right, that's true.
You can relate to this in that it's like, it's a break for you too. You know, when they go on a screen.
That's really the hard part.
It's really hard because it's like, I mean, I also would like some screen time.
Or just some like, sit on the couch time and just silence time.
Right, just quiet. I know. I mean, it works so well. And I think when the pandemic started, it was like, of course, we're going to have more screen time, because like, what else can we do? We can't, there's nowhere to send them. And now, I think we all kind of got used to it. And it's like, it's just hard to wean them off of it. But I think school will help. But yeah, these last 2 weeks of August are just brutal for, endless screen time. Do you have kind of no major rules in periods like this during the school week? Do you have like rules, or are you more kind of play as you go along?
These are going to begin tomorrow, and it's going to be a rude awakening. That there is no screens between the time that they wake up and they go to school. And then
that is a tough period.
Yes, it is a tough period. It's like, we have 45 minutes before we actually have to leave. I don't care. You're going to have to find something else to do, because I just feel like in the morning it does something to like put them down. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning, and we're going to stick with it. And then we allow like an hour between like 6 and 7, maybe.
Well, what's interesting is Ozzy doesn't really watch it that much. He might watch like a movie on TV or something at night, but it's tough with Lily, who's now in 5th grade. Sixth grade, sorry. And over this past year, really learned to communicate with her friends.
Yeah.
So now a lot of her screen time.
It was her social life.
Yeah, now a lot of her screen time is her talking to her friends and in these like group chats and stuff. So it's tough, you know. It's hard to monitor because I don't know whether she's watching a YouTube show or she's like on with her friends, which I don't know how you really take that away from them just because.
In like the highest point of the pandemic, it was her only sort of outlet to connect with other kids, and we had to support that. We didn't want her to feel so isolated. So, but now we're back in person, so she's gonna have like a rude awakening.
I know. We'll be like, turn off the iPad. She's like, I'm on with Summer. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Hi, Summer.
Right.
Yeah, it is. I know it's a big social thing for a lot of kids, and it's interesting how they age. It's like one year it's not, and then the next year it's a huge thing.
Yeah,
I would say 6th grade is a big year.
It really hits, I think, in 5th grade because I know 4th graders that were like, oh no, we don't like talk to people. 5th grade is when it got real, and 6th grade, it'll continue, but not in this house.
I can't believe how like text savvy she is.
Well, she doesn't text. She voice chats.
But she texts from the iPad, and she'll text me sometimes when I'm at work, and she'll say things, and she's so quick on it.
Max, she's using a microphone.
I don't know what she's
not. I've seen her do this. She's talking.
Forget it. I don't know.
I think that's a big thing with that generation is they may be voice writing their papers. Like that may be, they're so used to using voice in a totally different way.
Yeah.
But
fooled him.
Yeah.
I hope she can.
It's like, oh, she's a typist.
I hope she can write it that way.
No, she can only talk.
She's incredible vocally.
So
such a good daughter. I'm like my
You sound like your mom.
She's so good at talking. She could write a whole book if you just talked to her.
Well, like that'll be like their first draft, and then they'll print. Maybe they won't print it. I don't know. We'll see. Somehow, future. Max, I wanted to ask you about Promising Young Woman because I recently watched it, and I was thinking, I thought you were great in it. I mean, I just thought it was such an interesting movie, and I don't know if everyone has seen it. You definitely have to kind of prepare yourself to have bad dreams and go on an emotional journey. But I wanted to know, sort of if you'll show that to your kids one day, obviously not today, and if it changed anything about, I don't know, what you think about as a parent or, having a daughter, having a son.
I mean, should I start crying now? It's horrific. What a horrifying experience. I'm still processing it. No, I mean, I think like if you've seen the movie, which you have, it's
I don't know if we should explain it to people.
Well,
how would you?
It's told from such a specific point of view by a really, just a truly unique filmmaker in Emerald Fennell. Unique writer, unique director. She had such a specific point of view on the movie, and it was just the type of thing that you really wanted to be a part of because you knew that she really had something to say about what that movie was about.
So when Max came home and said, "Look at this role," and he was like, "I don't think I can do this," and I was like,
it was really scary.
I was like, "You absolutely have to do this."
Yeah, it was one of those things that was really scary, and then having been a part of it, I'm so proud to be a part of that movie.
Because the message is so important.
Yeah, and it's tough because there's certain. I mean, the kids are certainly not at an age where we're going to show them the movie,
Right.
And it's also before any of those conversations would start with them. And I think the experience that we've had so far with integrating real adult conversations with